Hi, everybody. It's Tiffany here. I've talked with several of you one-on-one about how to create your Facebook ads. So today I'm just going to do a little recording so you can go back and, if there's one little issue that you're having, or for those of you who haven't gotten a chance to sit down and talk with about your Facebook ads, that's something we can do now. Now remember, you have to have a business page in order to create a Facebook ad. You can't do it from a personal page, okay? And just a quick reminder, if you want to go to your business page, over here under shortcuts, that's where you see some of the pages you manage. You'll manage your business page, and like the group, that's the SSK family page, or on the left, a lot of time, right, I'm sorry, on the right side, you'll see your business page, okay? So either of those you can get to your business page from, just a quick reminder. But when we come up here, you see your name, that's home to get to your newsfeed, all your friend requests and messages. But the very end, here is where you want to go, this down arrow. Let's click on that. And we have several different, we have the pages we manage. You can create a page, all that, but we want to create an ad. Okay, that's what we're trying to do today. It's going to take a second to load. Okay. Now, today, we're doing a real estate ad, okay? Let's say you have a listing and you want people to go look at your listing, right? Just think about if you had an open house, you would want a lot of traffic. You would want a lot of people coming. So you want as many people to go by and look at your ad as possible. So we're going to choose traffic, okay? And that just gets as many people, clicking on your link to see where your house is listed in the MLS or the SSK page or, wherever. But it's automatically going to name your ad traffic. But if you have more than one ad and they're all named traffic, that would get confusing. So let's name it the address of your home. Since these are real estate ads for, properties, just name it the address. And that way it'll be real easy to manage and you'll know which home you're trying to manage the ad for. Sometimes another page comes up right here. If it's your very first time having Open Ads Manager, you'll need to choose that yes, indeed, you are from the United States, that you use US dollars for your currency, and then you probably will need to change the time zone. We are in the same time zone as New York City. So once you click on that, then you should be on the page I'm on. Okay, right here, locations, okay? Right now, you can see the United States is outlined in blue. Right now, any ad that you choose to run can go to everybody in the United States. But we're selling real estate and houses, so let's narrow that down to people more likely to buy real estate in our location. So let's say 31210, and you got to click on the blue line. Okay, there you go. Now it has outlined everything in that zip code, and it has a check mark there, and it says we're going to do this whole zip code. Now this is where CBX comes in handy. Remember, when you type in your location to that listing presentation in CBX, it will tell you which zip codes are most likely to move to the location that you have entered in there into that home. So this is really good for that. You can type in as many zip codes as you want. There is not a limit. You can also, there's this little handy feature called pin drop. So let's say you don't know the location, but you just say, I want to cover this area right here. Well, there you go. You can drop a pin. If you don't like what you've done, you can click on it. See how there's a little arrow that comes down? And you can say, I want to delete that pin. Okay, so you can drop a lot of pins, and you can back off on them. And like I said, you can put as many zip codes as you want to in there and drop as many pins. So you can cover whatever area you want, but you don't have to cover, you want it narrower than the whole United States. Now here's age. Now let's say you have a $500,000 home. I don't think we need to put that in front of 18-year-olds. Let's put it in front of somebody who has who's more likely to afford it. Once again, CBX can tell you this information. It'll tell you exactly the age range of somebody likely to buy the home that you've put in there. So let's say we have a nicer home. So we want them between maybe 35 and 65. They need to be pretty established in their job. Okay, you could just target women or men, but real estate, I think it's good to target both. If there was a language that you specifically wanted to cater to. Maybe you speak, Spanish really well. Maybe you would just want to specifically cater to Spanish speaking people. You could choose that. But what really gets interesting and what y'all have enjoyed the most is this detailed targeting, okay? You're going to click on this blue, when you mouse over it, it turns blue, it says browse. So we're going to click on that. Now we've got a lot of choices. Each of these menus drops down into multiple submenus, but I want you to very first go to behaviors. So click on behaviors. And then as we scroll down, we're looking for residential profiles. So behaviors, then residential profiles, and look at this. What real estate agent wouldn't want to click on that? Likely to move. Okay, this is how you really target who you want to. This is the one you need to check above all others, okay? You want to target your ad and put your ad in front of people who are likely to move. Now, if you want to go through more of the demographics, like I said, CBX gives you more information. They tell you what the education level is for somebody likely to move into that home. So if it's a high school degree, a high school diploma, or college degree, or whatever, you could narrow it down by education. You can never narrow it down by, finance. How much, what's their, annual income? What generation are they in? We talk a lot about baby boomers and millennials. Well, maybe you want to target first-time home buyers, or maybe you want to target baby boomers. This is where you could do that. You can target this so specifically. Interest, let's say their interest is in, let's say, okay, sports, and then outdoor recreation. Oh, look at this. Somebody might like horseback riding. Well, you know when that came in handy? That came in handy when I was helping somebody create an ad and they had a barn on the property. So, people who are into horses, that's, and you can also browse interests. Let's say their interest is, there was one that said that their hobbies and activities, pets, and then you can click horses there, okay? So now you've clicked horses as pets, and you click the interest of horseback riding. Okay, so if you have a barn or, on a property, that might be something, you would want to do. Okay, let's say you've created an audience. Let's say you've come up here and you have put in a ton of zip codes. You've really targeted, an area. This is really good for like those of you in Milledgeville that are selling lake properties. Maybe you've really spent a lot of time in research getting your zip codes from where those people might buy a second home. Then you can save your audience, and that's important, so you don't have to go back every time and do that. Okay, then we're going to come down here to how much you're going to spend. Everybody cares about that bottom line and the dollar. Of course, Facebook wants you to spend $20 a day indefinitely, but you probably don't want to spend $20 a day indefinitely. So let's change the cost of this right here. We're just going to back that up. Let's say you spend $5 a day. That sounds reasonable. That's a better place to start. You're trying this out. You want to see how it does. And you don't want to run it continuously starting today. That means you will be charged continuously, right? No. Let's go to select a start date and an end date. So we're going to click on that. Okay, now it automatically says that it's going to run for a month. That's what it chooses. See, this says August, and then this says July. Okay, but you don't have to do that. Let's click on this one, and let's go back to July. And you know what? You say, no, I want to run it for a week. And so there you go. And now it says this ad is going to cost you no more than $35 because you're spending $5 a day for a week. Okay, and then that'll give you a chance to get an idea of how well this ad does. Over here on the right, this lets you know what your audience size is, your estimated daily reach, the possibility of link clicks that you might be able to expect. Okay, so we're going to hit continue. All right. Now, at the top it says pages. Okay, what page do you want? Make sure, some of y'all manage more than one page. Maybe you manage a page for a church or something else. You have a business on the side, maybe with your spouse. So click, the exact page that you want this to run for. It's your real estate page, your real estate business page that you want the ad to run. Okay, now I've linked our Instagram account to the Macon page. Remember, this is free advertising. It doesn't cost any more for when you buy an ad for it to push out to Instagram. It will push that ad in Instagram. Okay, so go ahead and click on that link. If you do not have an Instagram account, I will help you set one up, and we might do another video just for that. But this is free advertising right here. So, you know, you pick make sure you're on the correct page for the ad to run, and then make sure if you have an Instagram account, link it. If not, we'll help you get that. Okay, now there's several formats of the way it can look when your ad runs. I suggest using a single image. It's the cheapest and it makes the most sense. Okay, then you can download images, but what I'm going to do is come down a little further, and I'm going to put my URL in. A lot of times when you put your URL in right here, it'll go ahead and populate the images up here. If not, then you can go back up here and load the images. Okay, so this is where you need to go to a different tab. You need to open another tab up at the top. You see that up there? Well, you can't see my tabs because the screen isn't that big, but you need to go to your tab up top and open a new page. Okay, now I have gone to our CBSSK page. Oh, look at this beautiful home. Wayne McIntyre is selling this home right here. I told you it was a higher end home. Look at that. It is. Beautiful home here at Lake Tobesofkee. Okay, so this is what we want to do. Now, see the URL up at the top right here, this line with that big long numbers and letters. Okay, we're going to get it all blue. See how I made it blue? Okay, then we're going to copy that. If you're not sure how to copy, some of you are really good at copying and pasting. Here's the trick I use. I hit Control-C. That copies this. Now let's go back to the Ad Manager tab that we were just on. Click on that tab. Okay, URL, put your cursor there. Control-V will paste it. Click that blue line down here. Click on that. And now look what happens. It's going to start giving you what your ad looks like based on just what was on that web page. Okay, how nice is that? So this is what our ad's going to look like. That's beautiful. Maybe you want to change the headline. What should we have this headline say? Oh. Stunning. So see, as I'm typing, see how it goes back and forth, and now it says stunning. Okay, and then the text, you can go back. Let's take this text away. Okay, because maybe we want it to say something different. But this is where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is where you can just copy what you've already put into the MLS. Okay, you wrote some great copy when you put it into the MLS, right? And you first listed that home. Copy, Control-C, go back to your Ad Manager, put your cursor there, Control-V. There's your copy already written. You know, don't make it any harder than it needs to be. So this is the way your ad will look when it runs on Facebook. Beautiful ad, beautiful home. You've got your nice verbiage. You said whatever you want to say in the headline. I mean, you might want to say more than stunning. All right, so then you place order, and that's where they'll ask for your credit card information. All right, so that's how you create a Facebook ad. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, but this is just a quick rundown of how we create a Facebook ad. I hope this helps, and let me know. All right, bye y'all.